Hello guys, this is Max. Welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, this is the first time you land on this channel. I'm a massage therapist. I'm Italian, so my English is not perfect, and sometimes I mumble. Some people like to write this on the comment. But what I'm doing is teaching massage, and I give the most amazing deep tissue massage, active release technique, myofascial release, and I try to teach you the technique with beautiful models like I'm doing right now. So all these videos are with the purpose of therapeutic technique, to teach you the best therapeutic technique. And we're starting with the latissimus dorsis, and we go on the lateral line. Lateral line that is super important for athletes. This is the line that allow you to stay in a correct way when you work in translation, when you change speed, when you go to the left, when you go to the right. If you have some kind of restriction in the lateral line, they can be from the latissimus dorsi all the way down to the peroneals, you might have trouble in your sport. Most of the people, for example, NFL, have trouble on the lateral line. And this kind of work, it's really helpful to release all this muscle and all the fascia on the lateral line. Now we are working on the traps. I really like this technique. It's from Thai massage. Thai massage, as I say 1,000 times, is really great for what is supposed to be the stretching, but you can add your twist to everything that is Thai massage and to everything that myofascial release. So now we are working on the rhomboid. And I want to say, guys, I have a Patreon. It's called Deep Tissue Lovers. It's massaging bikini with plus size women. So go check it out. And you will see on the video the indication of the name and the pattern. You will see in the description down below. So we are working on the shoulder and glenohumeral joint. Super important, all this manipulation, mobilization to make the glenohumeral joint more pliable. This can help, for example, with frozen shoulder. That can help with pain in the upper back. Some people go to the gym, after 2 days they feel this super strong pain in the middle of the thoracic. This technique can help with some exercise that aim to strengthening the rhomboid. And now we are mobilize the scapulothoracic. You push on that radio, and then you can stretch that radio and stretch all the lateral line. So this is a way. I like this stretch, and as you can see, I didn't put any pillow, any cushion on the neck. Why? Because we want to reach the maximum stretch into the occipital. So we all know that the trapezius go for T12, I think it's T12, yeah, all the way up into the occipital. So you want to stretch the muscle in this way. So you want to have the maximum angle to stretch it. And then you can apply some tension and stretching the lateral line in the sideline position in this way. You want to add some pushing, some rocking to the stretching, so that the central nervous system is gonna relax. Now you can see from another angle the same working on the shoulder. I like this technique, and I like this position because you can even reach on 360 degrees all the shoulder. You can reach the pec minor, for example, and remember, when you work on a pec minor, it can be really painful. So some clients, especially bodybuilder, have this round the shoulder, so they can have a really tight pec minor. It can be really painful to work on that, especially if you work on with the active release technique, where you stretch the pec minor and you use a point in the pec minor to release the fibers. And then you can even go and work all around the axilla or the armpit. She was a little kind of ticklish, and you got to find a way not to hurt the client or to be too ticklish, especially when you work on this muscle that is a subscapularis. Subscapularis is a muscle that is super important, always tense. We all intra-rotated, we all have tight subscapularis. That here is in antagonist of the infraspinatus. So most of the time, strong subscapulari, weak infraspinatus, and that create problem to the rotator cuff. So now that it seems like I'm choking my client, I'm actually distracting the occipital from C1. It's a way that you can do it on the lateral. It's an interesting way to do it, but you can even do face up. So if you feel more comfortable face up, it's a little easier. And on this side can be a little awkward for the client. So you have to have some kind of intimacy with the client. The client have to trust you because you're putting your hands around the neck. And then we have some work again on the trapezius, some work on the shoulder and deltoids, front deltoids, back deltoids. So this position is really relaxing. And then we go down. We go into the hips. We start working with on the glute medius. Glute medius with a technique that is an active release technique, what is called ART. And how we do it? So we pinpoint a point that is generally is a trigger point. Is the most painful point the client feel. So let's say from 1 to 10 is 8 and 9, and you start like bending and stretching while you are like pointed out that point that is so painful for your client. And it's after 2 or 3, 4 times that you do it, you will feel that that fibers are released, that hypoxia is kind of disappear. And then you work on the TFL. You can do the same thing here. You contract and then you stretch. You contract and then you stretch. Remember, TFL, tensor fascia lata, really painful muscle, especially people that run. Why? Because there is some kind of a connective tissue that go from the feet all the way up into the glute medius. Glute medius is weak, then the tensor fascia lata even get tight, and that go down into the IT band, and you can have a problem into the knee. So this is more or less what's happening when you run and you feel pain into the knee. It can be like caused by tensor fascia lata, and then caused by weak glute medius. So now we're working all around, and we are working the piriformis, kind of a 6-point into the 6 deep rotators. All of them were painful. She was complaining about the pain. And I find this technique really helpful to release tension in the glutes. So give it a try, guys. And if you have any question, write down in your comment down below, please. Let me know your voice. Let me know what you think. And go check my Patreon to see more amazing bikini videos about massage. And now we're working into the QL. QL, this is probably the most stretchable position for the QL. And what you're doing, you just try to make it longer, make it more stretch. And generally, is the leg that we are stretching the QL in this position is the one that is the shorter. So there is a tight QL, and you want to try to release. Actually, no, it's not always the shorter. It can be even the longer, especially if you have a longer structural leg. The QL can be really tight. So pay attention to your client. Try to figure out which leg is shorter and longer. Most of the time, the longer leg has a tight QL. Sometimes the QL is tight even on a shorter leg for other reasons. So now we're working on a thoracic. These are thoracic mobilization. Damn, I drink a coffee and I feel like super hype. And I feel that this technique can be really great to people with back pain. So you want to release the thoracic, because sometimes when you have back pain, the pain come from all the way down into the sacroiliac joint and go all the way up, generally on the same side of the pain in the lumbar. So most of the time you have a pain that is, in this case, is all on the left. So you feel pain all in the same side. And sometimes in the opposite side, in the contralateral side, in the neck. And now a great technique I just learned, and it's a way to give some release into the spine on the sideline position. So you opening up, you kind of side bend and open the facet in the upper, in the lumbar, on the upper side that we are working on, and then you can work again into the glute medius. This is another way. You can do it from the back, you can do it from the front. Here you can stretch the glute medius. I got to say, I really get a great connection with my client. There was a lot of laughing and enjoying the session. Too bad I can't. The word were in Spanish, so I need to have a translation. I need to do a voiceover so you can understand what I'm actually doing. So yeah, and then in this position you can even stretch the quad, for example. Well, guys, I hope you like my video. That this was a short one, and please let me know what you think. Write a comment. I see you soon. Thank you very much for following. Ciao.